So welcome to JG's Fight Talk, and I'm proud to have Jalil Hackett. How you doing, Jalil?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, really good, thanks, mate. As I say, last time we had you on a boat full of music, but today we've got you in the quiet confines of your room.
Yeah, man. Much quieter scene. Hold on, let me do you one better. Turn that fan off so it's even more quiet. But
Bless you, mate.
a much more quieter scene, man. So you request for me to come back on, and I'm more than happy to do so.
Oh, you're a star, mate. I really appreciate it. But as I say, 6 fights, 6 wins, 5 knockouts. Great start to your career. An amazing debut. But before we get into all that, when did you first put on a pair of gloves?
I was always around the sport, even at a very young age. But I actually started, training and like taking boxing seriously when I was 8 years old. That's when I first like really got in the gym and talked to my dad about having a real fight. Getting ready for a real fight and stuff as an amateur.
How was your dad about that then? What did he think about it?
He was cool with it. I know I was playing football before that. He really wanted me to focus on football, so he was like, "Yeah, you can do both." And before I knew it, I looked up a few years down the line, and boxing was the only sport I participated in.
Yeah. So it was an easy decision then to go over to boxing rather than your football.
Yeah, once my dad started to see like, he got a little bit of skill, he has potential in this. He definitely was, he was all aboard.
Yeah. What did Mum say about it?
Um, she really didn't get cool with it until I was.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Usually, mums are a bit more. Dads are like get in there, get stuck in. Where
You
mums are a bit
she
more reserved.
honestly, she didn't get cool with it really till I was about 16. Like she came to the fight sometimes. She was like, it's cool that you, but she didn't really get all the way cool with it until I was about 16.
Yeah. And as you say, like your amateur career, we were saying, what was it? 160 to 170 amateur fights. You've only lost what 19, which is incredible at amateur level. Winning 10 nationwide titles as well as a junior, incredible.
Yeah, I had a very decorated amateur career.
Yeah.
Like you said, multiple national tournaments. Um, got bronze at an international tournament once. So yeah, it was very decorated. Fought with a lot of tough guys who are now pros now and amateurs. Um, so yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed my amateur career, and I definitely feel like it prepared me to be a professional.
Do you feel your style was more towards the pro game than the amateur, or do you think, as you say, you're quite technical as well as physical, aren't you? You've got a lot of power, but you've kind of built that accuracy and technique in the amateurs.
Yeah, I can agree on both parts. I got it a lot when I was an amateur. Like, yeah, more of a pro style. I would get that often. They would say, in the pros, your style will be a little bit more effective because you'll have more rounds. So yeah, I can agree with your statement.
Yeah. And as I say, then as we were saying, your debut came June 2021 against Angelo Diaz, round one stoppage, with Mayweather and Paul topping a bill. The big occasion, incredible to be honest. And then obviously 2021, you were out again, October and December. You a busy start for your pro career, getting some rounds in, but at the same time getting those stoppages as well with the first 2 fights.
Yeah, the first fight, I was very anxious, a little bit nervous because it was the first time stepping in the ring as a pro. Um, the jitters kind of went away a little bit in the second one. There were two first round knockouts, but by the third one, I was really like getting my feet under me a little bit as a pro. So yeah, no, it's definitely that first year as a professional boxer was very interesting, very fun.
I like how you say I had the jitters a little bit. That first fight was on like one of the biggest stages you could possibly be on, and with especially with how many eyes were on the fight for Mayweather Paul. And I like how you just said I had the jitters a bit. Do you know what I mean? But what a stage as a pro debut. That's incredible.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. Of course, it was on one of his mini exhibitions that he's done recently. Um, but also, it was in a stadium. You know, most fights are in an arena. This is
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Miami Dolphin Stadium. So it was a huge stadium. Even though it didn't feel like it was a lot of people there, it was actually a lot of people there for it to be so early. Um, yeah, no, it was crazy.
Let's be honest. Whatever Mayweather does, whether people agree with him coming back and doing exhibition fights or whatever, it's Floyd Mayweather. Do you know what I mean? The eyes turn up and people watch it from wherever, because whether you like him or not, you know, he's kind of one of those guys. People want to see him almost get beat sometimes. Some people want to are a massive Floyd fan. So there's always a mixture that people just want to see it, don't they? And for you to be on that stage, I just think what a pro debut. And then you've gone on and done even more, you know, May 2022, Bolosso, you got round 2 stoppage. Then you had a bit of a break till January, when it 2023.
Yeah,
You know, another round 1 stoppage, April 2023, which was on the Davis Garcia card. Another massive, like, all the eyes are on you, Jalil. Forget the others. It's, for someone of your age, incredible platform to be on, isn't it?
yes, very incredible. You know, I just turned 20 back in May, so you know, I'm just at the start. You know, I haven't really hit like that full prime. You know, I'm still developing my man strength. So you know, it's definitely an amazing spot that I'm in right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. And as we were saying the other day, obviously, as well as being a boxer, you're a major boxing fan as well. We were talking about obviously the big fight coming up, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Major fight. I've been talking to other people since I spoke to you last, and people were going, "No, it's Terence Crawford all the way." But you reckon Errol Spence? There's just something in him, isn't there, that you think he's just going to get the job done?
Yeah. But not only that. I pattern a lot of my game after Errol Spence. So you know,
He's someone you look to.
yeah, if it's somebody I pattern everything I do after, it's kind of hard to go against it because you know I kind of try and copy his whole style. So yeah, no, I don't think. And then on top of that, if we're just putting it opinions aside, everything like
Yeah,
that, I just think he has the higher probability to win.
yeah, yeah. And who else? Who else? Sort of. What other fighters do you like to see? Who else catches your eye?
I really enjoy watching, of course, Javante Davis.
Yeah,
I enjoy watching him fight. Canelo. I love watching Canelo fight. And another guy, he's at the smaller weights. I like watching Stephen Fulton.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I like watching Stephen Fulton. As far as younger fighters, or not younger, but like closer to my age, I guess a little bit. I like watching Jerron Ennis Boots. He real super stylish, highly technique, like high IQ guy. So yeah, I really like watching him fight as well. There's a lot of them. You know, I take all day to go through them, but I really like studying different styles in the game of boxing.
Well, and as you say, you're at such a young age. It's a great advantage for you to have these guys around you, and you get to see what they're doing and what works and what you can implement into your own work and stuff like that. And another guy that's kind of turning into a real star over here. The Brits really love him. Shakur Stevenson, just incredible fighter.
Yeah, very incredible boxer. He got real high IQ. Um, yeah, no, he's nice. He's definitely one of the bigger names at 35, along with Tank and Devin Haney. But yeah, no, very incredible, intelligent boxer.
I'm going to chuck it at you before we go. Who is the star in America at the moment? If you had to put it on one person, and I know it's a hard one, but who would you put it on? Because the British will look at the American fight as different. You know, Shakur Stevenson is one that we really rate over here. And obviously, Javante Davis is class. But who is it for you?
I feel like right now it's hard to, go against it. America's fighter is Javante Davis. You know, anywhere he fights, he sells it out completely. The fans love to see him. I know people who don't even watch boxing who know who Javante Davis is. So,
Yeah.
for him to be at that level is unreal. His last fight or 2 fights ago, he had Madonna at the fight. That's
There's not many people, is there?
Yeah, it's not normal people that come to his fights. He had Madonna at the fight. Um, a lot of professional athletes frequently make sure they go out of their way to make sure they come and see him fight. So he's a very big draw, and it's hard to not say he's the face of boxing right now. Him and Canelo are neck and neck in my opinion as far as
Yeah.
that face of boxing, not just like in America, but just in general. But if we're talking about as far as America, Javante is the face of boxing.
Yeah, and I think they kind of looked at that in the same way with the UK, didn't they? With Anthony Joshua, he was kind of drawing in those celebrities and almost bringing boxing as a really popular social thing to be at, as just not as just boxing fans, but it was just something to a real event to go to, wasn't it? And I think that's really happening across the world now with boxing. We're seeing it cropping up in like the likes of like Saudi Arabia and these sort of big places. They're all picking on the big fights now, aren't they? The money's flying around for boxing again, and mate, you're in there. Do you know what I mean? You've come into boxing, as I say, 2021. You've come in at the right moment where boxing's really on the fly again, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's becoming, the great sport that it once was. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Oh, honestly, Jalil, we're definitely going to be seeing your name more. Hopefully, we'll get to see you over here one day. It would be amazing to see
One
you in
day,
the UK.
I definitely would enjoy coming over there. And I would, love to fight over in the UK.
Yeah. I think America and the UK are really just the places to be, aren't they, for boxing? And as you say, like places like Vegas have still got that iconic place to be, and obviously now we've got it over here as well. And I just honestly, mate, I'm so chuffed you could come on and you could share some of your time with us. And mate, we just look forward to seeing your name more. And hopefully, you were saying you're looking to get back out again soon.
Yes, soon. Definitely get one more in before the end of the summer, and try and finish off the year with at least 2 more after that. So yeah, no, I'm anxious to get back at it as soon as possible.
Yeah. Be having a chat with that manager, get the ball rolling, mate. And yeah, as I say, there's going to be some great fights ahead for you. I have no doubt at all. Your name will be in lights, mate. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, Jalil, I really appreciate your time, and stay in touch, won't you, mate?
Definitely, man. I appreciate you for having me as well. I definitely will stay in touch.
No, that's great. Thanks for coming on. And as I say, make sure you hit the subscribe button, people, and check out Jalil on all of his socials. He's got massive following on Instagram. It's ridiculous. And yeah, he's just got followings coming from everywhere. So get behind him, show him your support. And as I say, he'll be back out again soon. But Jalil, thank you very much for coming on, and we'll see you soon, mate.
All right, I'll see you soon. Thank you for having me once again.
No problem. Take care and God bless.
You too. God bless.
Thanks, mate.